Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 675, comics originally releasing October the 12th and October the 13th. But before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, I saw some things that we've got comic book conventions, maybe some fun things right with the world. Anything else you got to tell me in the world of comics?
Oh yeah, man! They've got I believe it's New York Comic Con that's happening, and
Yeah, we're getting things going.
God bless those people that ventured out. Usually a disgusting mass of people anyway. You put COVID on top of that. Hats off to you guys that are venturing out to do that. I'm fully vaccinated, but I'm not going anywhere near a con right now. But we are hearing some news. I didn't hear a lot so far, but I did hear something that piqued my interest. Is their Image announced a Busiek universe where Astro City is going to be coming back, along with some of the other Busiek, Kurt Busiek stuff. So I'm super excited about that. There's probably tons of other things that are coming out, but I haven't been paying that close of attention. What I have noticed is, my goodness, the Penguin Random House takeover of distribution for Marvel, first week not well. Did not go well.
Womp womp.
Boxes come as they do, with some dings and dents in them through shipping, and those have translated directly into the comics because they're just not reinforced enough to withstand that, I guess. Oops.
These ain't newspapers, folks. These are collectibles. Let's get it.
Yeah. So what we're hearing is anywhere from packages coming okay to half of their comics damaged, to 100% of their shipments damaged. Eric was talking about the type of boxes. He thinks the boxes have potential to be okay because they're a single stack box, where diamond boxes were double stacked, so they're wider. And if you recall, you'd get stuff in there that would slide around sometimes if you got diamond boxes. And these single stack are the shape of comics. So in theory, if there's enough packing around the comics securely, then they should be okay. But I think they're putting them in, they're filling them up, and so it's a tight box. But if the box is getting boomed and knocked around, then it's tearing up the corners and stuff. And I'm hearing like it's not just like you're dropping from a 9.8 to a 9.6. These are going from down to like very fines to goods, and for people that like to just read comics, they're probably okay and can live with that stuff. But for those crazies,
those obsessives like ourselves, this shall not work.
Yeah, you got to have, you can ignore a little bit, but you got to have it close to being good. So I'm hoping this is a one-time. Oh, we didn't realize, and they're going to work the bugs out this month, and then next month have it all figured out, or maybe the month after that. But it's going to be rough patch for those folks that, if they're damaged to the point where the subscribers don't want them, and there seems to be a lot of those that are, you don't overprint that much for damages. So damages, I use 15%, maybe 15% overrun or something like that.
At the most, I would think 10.
Yeah. So, if we're talking 50%, 75%, that needs to be sent back, and you do need to destroy those to get credit for them, at least UPC wise. You got to send the UPCs back.
They're ripping those front covers off.
I don't know if I don't know if you're just gonna have a hole in your collection, your Marvel collection, right? And that's not good. So, yeah, I'm curious. I mean, well, we're hearing the squeakiest wheels, of course. So, the shop people with YouTube channels and their own podcasts that are screaming at the top of their lungs about how bad this is. Most of there's probably a significant portion that are having no problems, but they don't whine and cry, so we don't hear them. But
so right into the show, listeners, if you've experienced not getting some of your books, or if your shop's going through some difficulties, if you've got holes in your collection and you are waiting with bated breath to see if you can get a premiere piece, or if you got to settle for a dinged up booger, let us know. Because you can just have a conversation with us, and it's not like you're complaining on the internet. You are just chit-chatting with your friends about what your collection looks like and what your stuff's going on. So find us on Twitters, Instagrams, Facebooks, all that fun stuff.
Some of the guys on Slack channel, John Abel was talking about his LCS got theirs, and theirs were in good shape, but they know other shop owners that are having all kinds of problems, and the box within a box padding might help alleviate that, and we'll see if Penguin can adopt that. In other
cuts into that bottom line now.
Yeah, Darren Williams was talking about a Singleman's comic YouTube channel, and he talked about all the shops that were having crazy damages. We're interested to hear about Eric's problems. I have touched base with Eric briefly about that, and yes, they did have some issues with their Marvel shipment. So they're figuring it out too. So hopefully that doesn't translate to our stuff. Hopefully Deep Discount gets first dibs on the good Marvel comics, and we'll see. Because I got to have my Moon Knights now.
That's right.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm hoping it's a temporary thing and they figure it out, and not too many bumps and bruises. Diamond's probably sitting back and laughing. They've had 39 years to figure this out, how to ship comics.
You don't have poor Diamond to kick around no more.
Yeah, and so they're probably laughing about these little growing pains that Random House is having, because they already figured it out, and who knows how long it took Lunar to figure it out. There were some problems there in the beginning, right, with DC. So I'm curious about how that goes. We had Venom 2 open very strongly this week. 90 million that weekend, did really well. So I did get a chance to see it. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
You said you're not going anywhere near a con. Are you ready to go back to movie theaters? Should we buy we buying our Spider-Man tickets this year?
Yeah, for sure.
Right, just checking.
For
I'm
sure.
just making sure.
I think you can social distance in a movie theater.
I'm sitting right next to you. We're sharing popcorn.
Well, you and I are fine.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Movies are okay. I can handle that.
We'll just buy out our own row.
Yeah. And then you said that you're souring a little bit on Y the Last Man.
Yeah, I'm current on Y the Last Man from Hulu, and they just changing some of my favorite things, and I'm just more and more disappointed in the things that they've added and the direction they're going, and they're like, oh cool, I get more Democrats versus Republicans in the shows that I like now. That's what I wanted more of. And oh look, they took my favorite tribe from Y the Last Man and Aspect, and they turned it into a throwaway line. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So I've been going from wait till midnight till Hulu releases the new one and salivating to I'll catch them eventually and finish up.
Let's stack
it
up.
went from a 10 out of 10, couldn't wait, to they killed my baby.
There's so much stuff to watch, so yeah, you'll not.
I've gone back to anime for a time being.
Yeah, I agree, because there's all this new stuff out, and I was like, I don't know what to watch next. I don't know what to watch next. I ended up watching like a bunch of Judd Apatow movies that I'd already seen like 15 times. Like, why am I watching 40-Year-Old Virgin again?
Yeah, even me, I clicked on Squid Game and I'm like, nope, don't like this kind of thing. I don't like it. Can't do it.
I'll watch Step Brothers again. What
That's
the hell
exactly
is wrong with me? But anyway, we have Marvel previews to go over. We did Image and DC last couple of weeks. So we're in October's Marvel previews, and let's take a look at what kind of stuff we got there.
Drew and I just like to go through the previews, tell you what kind of things we're ordering, hopefully give you a little heads up on what we think the hot books are, the fun books, what we need to have. We're starting with our Marvel, and the first thing we're looking at is Devil's Reign #1. Or your boy Chip Zdarsky with Marco Cicchetto writing this.
Looks really good. We get, 3 or 4 pages?
Mm-hmm. And looks like we're getting 2 a month. It is a 6-issue series, so 3 months, 2 each.
It's a Marvel event.
We will see how much crossover we're getting.
As we slide down through here, we'll see.
Crossbones, Taskmaster, Typhoid Mary, Shocker, Whiplash, Rhino, Kraven, and Kingpin. And then Timeless, Drew. Timeless, #1, Jed McKay. A special year-end adventure that gives portents as to what is to come in the Marvel Universe over the next 12 months. Kang the Conqueror is a warrior, a destroyer, a subjugator, but even he is subject to the whims and... Man, why you gotta throw these big words in here for no real reason? Blah, 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 Marvel Pantheon, blah, blah, blah.
Subjugator, if that's what you were struggling with.
No, I'd moved on to a different word.
Vicissitudes?
Yes. Why put vicissitudes? There's like 17 S's in the middle of it.
Right, because comics aren't for kids, man.
And
they're for grown-ups.
I don't know. I know a lot of people. I don't know. Anybody knows what vicissitudes means? What's it mean, Drew?
Let me see. Whims and vicissitudes. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. Don't be stupid. You're out kicking your coverage, Marvel. Dummies. But yeah, Kang's hot. We'll do Kang things.
And we're going to go Avengers Forever. Another Avengers book.
We got a double Aaron. We got Jason Aaron Cooter on that one. So, a lot of Aarons in a row there.
Demon Days Rising Storm #1.
Peach Momoko doing internals. That's what's up.
Did she not do it with the last Demon Days thing that she did?
That's right. She did it for both of hers.
Yeah.
I liked those. I like her doing the internal arts and things.
She seems to be able to crank this stuff out. So either she's been working on this stuff a while, or she's really prolific.
There you
go. Now Spider-Man #80. What is Beyond? The Beyond storyline. Cody Ziegler's on writing. I think we have. Who's writing right now?
Here's crossover because it's .bey, so these are all Beyond crossover stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's Saladin Ahmed on Amazing Spider-Man 81. Yeah, and he's also on 82. So yeah, so confusing. There's no. And then on 83, we're gonna let Patrick Gleason write the story. Is that gonna be all a silent issue, or do you think he's just taking a shot at it?
Take a swing.
Well, whatever.
So we got 4 Spider-Man Beyond.
Dang. Lots of them. Yeah. Too much, maybe.
Yes. I do like both of the covers for Spider-Man 82, both Jorge Fornes and the cover A.
Do you like Udon's cover for Inferno #4?
Yes, that's pretty darn good.
That's
Hidden
pretty
Gems
good.
by Udon. But man, I love a good Mystique cover. So
yeah, really pops.
Heck, I like the other one too. Dang.
Yeah, they're really nice. Hulk #2.
Donny Cates making Kingpin Hulk. Huh.
Pretty great.
Yeah. Electra Black, White, and Blood #1 of a 4-issue series. Charles Soule, Declan Shalvey, and Leonardo Romero writing these.
Now, have I just not been reading anything Charles Soule's been writing, or has he been gone for a while?
I think he's been gone for a while. I cannot think of anything either. And alert! We have an Adam Hughes variant cover on Electra Black, White, and Blood #1.
And it's a variant, so it could be incentive of some sort.
They
Do we know? We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Yeah, your boy Sienkiewicz has got a pretty dope one too. King Conan #1, Jason Aaron writing Conan. Conan's last stand at the edge of the world.
And we're going to reprint Conan #1, the facsimile edition from wherever that was. 1970? Yeah. 1970s Conan the Barbarian #1. Yeah, yep. That's kind of cool.
It's good art. Giving us some internals, some cool stuff.
That's the King Conan, right?
Yeah.
And it was Conan the King originally, right?
You're barking up the wrong tree if you're looking for Conan factoids.
Yeah, I don't know.
Black Panther #2. John Ridley writing this, and a really nice Ken Lashley Miles Morales 10th anniversary cover on that as well. You were glowing over the Thing last month, and that's continuing.
Looking good.
Yeah.
The old Walt Mosley doing that.
Miss Marvel Beyond the Limit #1. Miss Marvel returns in a new story from best-selling author Samira Ahmed. Oh, that's good looking. Okay, Hawkeye #2, Hawkeye Kate Bishop #2. They're continuing with the Hawkeye logo and theme with the text head that in my mind is David Aja.
Right. Yeah.
But he does not get any credit whatsoever.
No.
But that is his style.
Must have been a work for hire.
Yeah, spitting out of Old Man Logan's universe.
Which I really enjoyed that last run.
Yeah. Wastelanders Wolverine.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So we get, all these old mans that we did. We did Old Man Hawkeye, Old Man Logan. Here we're getting the old gang back together. We got Hawkeye. We got Doom. We got Black Widow. We got Star-Lord. So if you've ever wanted the old curmudgeonly versions of these people, an old Rocket Raccoon with a cane, getting them in these Wastelanders.
Yeah, same guy too. Ethan Sachs involved in a lot of these.
I was going to say, we got several different writers, but yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. There's Torrin Gronbach doing the Doom. Stephen DeKnight doing the Black Widow. Yeah, I don't know if I'm that interested in going down all those rabbit holes. It's a lot.
Yeah. The Darkhold, Spider-Man #1. The spider trapped in a web of his own making. After reading from the ancient Darkhold, Spider-Man was meant to gain the powers to enter the dread Kython's dimension and stop him from spreading his mythic darkness across the globe. Instead, the book drove him insane. Steve Orlando is writing The Darkhold Omega. Death of Doctor Strange Blade #1. Okay, that's interesting. A long time ago, Doctor Strange destroyed every vampire in the world with one spell, including Dracula. Now, with Strange dead, Dracula's vampire nation celebrates. This doesn't sit too well with Strange's old friend and new vampire nation sheriff, Blade the Vampire Hunter.
X-Men Trial of Magneto finishes up with its 5th issue.
I, for one, didn't dip in or even hear anybody that read it.
No. X-Men, I'm not sure how well that's been received. I won't know if people like it or not. I'm sure they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a amazing Wolverine cover for 19.
Yeah.
Wow, Ben Percy. No, Adam Kubert. Oh, Miles Morales gets into the Beyond action.
Yep.
I probably should have read what Beyond was all about. It's going to be crossing over on this much stuff. There we go. Finally, we get down to Spider-Woman, and that's part of the Devil's Reign Marvel event.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm reading that anyway, I will be able to check in with that.
It's just crazy that they talked about Devil's Reign, and then we went 53 pages before we tied it in.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's an event. It's an event of 2 issues?
It's an event with 3 different events in between that event and its next iteration of that event.
Yeah. And then we've got Moon Knight number 6 with a variant cover by Logan Lubera and a Devil's Reign villain variant cover by Raza.
Ooh.
Is that really the only Devil's Reign tie-in? Is the Spider-Woman?
Looks like the standard stuff and that Spider-Woman, or maybe we'll...
That's it? How is that an event? It's just a mini-series.
Yeah.
With one crossover? Maybe they're next month. Maybe they're starting it slow, building.
That's right.
Give them the benefit of the doubt there.
One of those you never know when we'll cross over. Yeah, I'm just kind of going through stuff that's just continuing. Nothing's
and unfortunately, a lot of the stuff I've dropped off of. I'm reading Black Widow. It's good.
Strange Academy, I did the first 10, and I just haven't done these last 4. Or I like 8, I think, actually. Never mind. I know I've missed the past couple months.
I've seen that Eternals trailer a couple of times now, and it's really tough to get excited about that MCU movie. I hope it's good. I really do. Then we'll get through Warhammer, then we get into Star Wars Crimson Reign.
Mm-hmm.
And that is story that began in War of the Bounty Hunters. Second installment of a trilogy that will reshape the history of the Star Wars galaxy during the Age of the Rebellion. Featuring beloved characters, shocking twists, epic feats of the Force, and a story that will reach from Star Wars' darkest underworld all the way to the Imperial Palace on Coruscant. Crimson Reign. I don't know who that is on the cover.
That's Crimson Reign.
It's like her name is Crimson Reign?
I don't know. I just completely made that up.
Then we have Star Wars The High Republic Trail of Shadows. That's been going on. Shows what I know. Is that Greedo in the front row of that performance?
Wow, it's another of whatever alien race that Greedo is.
No, I mean, what this is in. Well, no, High Republic wouldn't be.
Yeah. So that would have been 300 years before.
We don't know how long they live, do we?
Correct.
We're hunting for Lorna D in the regular High Republic book. There's Charles Soule. He's been writing Star Wars all along. I haven't been paying attention. Darth Vader number 19. And Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 19 as well. What's Doc Afra up to? 17?
Mm-hmm.
Man, A lot of Star Wars.
I like that High Republic 12 cover.
Are you current on any of your Star Wars books?
Not even close, man. I got so far behind during this Bounty Hunters thing that I just kind of taken a pause, let stuff come out.
Which one would you say is your favorite? The actual
Darth
Star
Vader.
Wars?
The Darth Vader's been really good. And then I've been enjoying the High Republic stuff. But as far as the actual regular Star Wars, yeah. The Bounty Hunter stuff's been a little more convoluted and difficult and veering off in directions that I don't as much care about.
Down into some collections here. Star Wars Jason Aaron they're collecting as a new printing of the hardcover. That was a good run. I enjoyed that initial run. What phase of the MCU are we in? If this is phase 3, we're in phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which movie was the first in the phase 4? Or is that what Spider-Man is going to be?
We ended phase 3 with the Avengers stuff. So I assume phase 4 began with, ideally it was Black Widow and Shang-Chi and...
Shang-Chi, yeah. It's not Black Widow. Black Widow was a holdover from 3, right?
No, 3 ended.
But it was a prequel. It was pre...
It is in the timeline of pre-1.
So it's definitely not a 4. Oh, and we're collecting the first 6 Moon Knights as the Midnight Mission trade paperback. I thought looked like we were doing variant covers, but that's just different art from the interiors. I don't know. I don't think it's been that great. It's good. But God, they're talking like it's the best Moon Knight ever. I don't know about that.
Black Widow is Marvel Cinematic MCU Phase 4. Shang-Chi.
No. Shang-Chi can be. Shang-Chi can be. And just because the press release says it doesn't mean it's true.
Go into Wikipedia. Marvel
I don't
Phase
care.
4,
it doesn't make sense. Why would that be Phase 4? It's not Phase 4.
It's not the order in which it is on the quote-unquote timeline.
Yes, it is.
It's the order in which they're telling the stories, and you are wrong, my friend. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever, Marvels, Ant-Man, Guardians 3, Fantastic Four.
I'll give you all those. I'll give you all those, but Black Widow.
Right here it is.
It doesn't matter. It's wrong. Hey, do you remember the New 52 when they said that Robin was not... When Red Robin was actually...
Was not actually a Robin.
Remember that? Were they right about that?
Yes.
Were they right? Was that correct?
Correct.
No, it was not correct. It was a lie. It was a stupid lie. And they recanted it.
So you're saying that they are going to retroactively take Black Widow, released in 2021, and throw it in Phase 1?
Because it was delayed for 3 years, yeah. It was supposed to be part of the old stuff. And it fits in the old stuff. If they come out with a...
No, it doesn't. They're spinning the sister off in current Phase 4.
That's cool. And when they do that, the next thing she's in...
So when they do that, we'll take it from 1 back to 4.
when she appears next, she will be in Phase 4. But the movie that she was in, Black Widow, was not Phase 4. It doesn't make any sense. She's dead. So she can't be in the new phase.
So no dead people in any new phases.
No, I mean, why? It does. It's new stuff, right? You're supposed to have new stuff.
Not necessarily.
No, just
No.
tell so. I guess jumper. All right, now you're winning me over. Okay, so I guess a comic can jump around, tell an old story. Yeah, all right. I was really dug in there too.
Like how I just kind of stayed calm, and I was just like,
Yeah, I understand. I understand why you never win any fights with your wife. You don't yell enough.
That's right. It's very true. I can't be louder, so I need to simply be more reasonable.
Oh, there's a nice Moon Knight, the Bendis Malieve collection. Ooh, that's nice too. Anyway, nothing but collected stuff that looks like, and some cool boxes. If you want to get some comic boxes, there's a Daredevil box and a Demon Days box. They're probably $15-20 a piece. Oh, let's see, 5 for $60. What is that? $12 a piece. It's a lot for a short box.
Yeah. But, really nothing in my just that little big swing and a miss on a few things.
Yeah.
It seems there.
But if you get to page 118, you get to see Penguin Random House ad,
Hey, there we go.
and that you can. I got an email there.
For your complaints.
Well, it'd be nice if they put out their own catalog, their own FOC. Be kind of cool. I'd like to see that. You know, help us out as end users.
Mm-hmm.
They have plenty of direct market information right there. I'm gonna have to click on some of that stuff and learn. My God, I have to edit that out, Kyle. Jesus, are you okay? What did you eat? What have you eaten? All right, let's go over to the top 20 cover price stuff.
Cover price is next. We will start with our top 10 cover prices. We are looking at things on the secondary market and where prices currently are. We will start at rank 10, where we're talking about Gamora, number 1 from 2016. This book follows the current trend of first solo series. We talked about this a bit last week, Drew, how a lot of people are just grabbing the first solo series of a lot of these characters, and that's the one that everybody's looking. 21 copies on the secondary market. A CGC 9.8 going for $80. Ooh, we got Moon Knight still on the list. Moon Knight number 3, the Rod Rice one in 25. A raw copy, double ratio, Drew, $53. At rank 8, The Boys, number 24 from 2008. We're going to dig into this one. It was announced almost a year ago that, per Variety, The Boys spin-off in development at Amazon following the massive Season 2 launch. Back then, it was mentioned that this series would focus on the G-Wiz, a team of teenagers who graduate into the G-Men, whose first appearance, with multiple first appearances, are in this issue. Though there is a cameo appearance, I know how you love those, Drew, via headshots in 23. Per deadline last week, the series was greenlit by Amazon with showrunner Michael Fazekas and Tara Butters. This series would focus on portraying young superheroes on the show set at America's only college exclusively for young adult superheroes, run by Vault International. While it's unknown who the recently announced cast will be playing, this issue is packed with first appearances, moving 11 copies on the secondary market and $50 for a raw for The Boys number 24.
Okay.
We already talked about Gamora number 1. We have Nebula number 1 from 2020. As noted, the market suddenly starts picking up Nebula's first solo series after hearing several various YouTube channel sites and social posts mention this mostly ignored first series. This gave this regular cover a boost in price and sales, with 25 copies moving on the secondary market and a high sale of $40 for a raw. At rank 6, Venom, Lethal Protectors. Number 1, without going into spoilers, Venom seems to have some longevity to his cinematic future. 43 copies, a CGC 9.8 going for $291. Talked about the Adam Hughes. Rank 5, we have Gun Honey. This is the trade dress. There's a lot of pre-launch excitement around this title. This was specifically to the Adam Hughes cover that really captured the market's attention. While the Virgin and Virgin Foil are the most desired, this trade dress cover still sold 36 copies and a high sale of $30 for Raw, though prices have settled back to around $12 at the moment. So it looks like it might have been over-ordered because we're already settling a little bit. At rank 4, we have Babylon 5, number 1 by DC, 1994. Deadline is reporting that Babylon 5 series reboot from Straczynski is in the works at the CW. While this property didn't have its origins in comics, this current market is definitely seeking out first comic iterations. The first issue from 1994 does seem to be trending with 30 copies moving, and a CGC 9.6 at $152.99. So that bodes well.
At rank, really need a Babylon 5?
I do not believe we do.
Jesus.
At rank 3, we have Moon Knight number 3, the standard copy. It flew off digital shelves with 103 copies sold. Still over $20 for a raw.
That's great.
Yeah, no kidding. At rank 2, Department H, number 1, from Dark Horse in 2016. Deadline is also reporting that Alice Waddington to direct adaptation of Dark Horse Entertainment's graphic novel Department H for Netflix.
We both liked this back in the day.
I was going to say. Oh, that's right. It was the one that was Depth.
Yeah, it was
Department
Depth,
H. Yeah. That's awesome. I really enjoyed that. This is obviously the first I'm hearing of this news. CGC 9.8 going for $82.95, and raw copies for $28. I've got several of these because I really liked it. From Marvel, 1991, Fantastic Four 358. Unconfirmed rumors that actor Ben Kingsley...
No.
Or Kinsley... I'm sorry, wow. Kinsley Ben Adair possibly playing...
Two different
Yeah,
Kingsley.
I saw Ben and I saw Kingsley, and I thought, oh, they just changed his name around. But no, it's a completely different person. Is possibly playing Paybok the Power Skrull, not Super Skrull, in the upcoming Disney Plus Secret Invasion, which is coming out 2022. This has landed his first appearance in the number 1 spot this week. Wow. We wait for confirmation. It sold 118 copies and a CGC 9.8 above $300.
That's like a crazy amount to sell for that.
Yeah.
I guess they want to get them before the show comes out and people start going mad for this stuff.
I guess.
I don't know. Let's see. At rank 11, we have Avengers 257 from 1985. James Gunn mentioned Nebula has a huge role in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie, so her first appearance in this issue and her first solo series saw significant market heat. So this one sold 28 additional copies, with a 9.8 going for $474.99. Rank 12, we have Kang the Conqueror, number 2. This is the first appearance of Ravonna Renslayer as Moon Knight. If you recall, she was played by actress Gugu Mbatha Raw in the Disney Plus Loki series as a judge of the Time Variance Authority. I don't remember that. This issue takes place in the past and makes a connection between Kang and Moon Knight. It's unknown how this issue will progress. However, it has definitely piqued the market's interest, with 32 copies sold and had a high sale of $20.50 for a raw, which I'm going to have to find this stupid comic, read it because I didn't read it, and find out what the heck this is all about. Rank 13, we have Iron Man number 12, the Raza Miles Morales Spider-Man. We like this one a lot. 41 copies moved and had a high sale of 25. This is the one with the DJ turntables, right?
Yep, you got it.
Yeah. Rank 14, we Amazing Spider-Man 361. This is Carnage. And Carnage is about as hot as he's going to get. And sold 39 more copies.
I don't think as hot as he's going to get. I think he's got a bigger ceiling now.
Well, we'll see if he's ever comes back around again. And it had a high sale of $1,200 for a CGC 9.8. At rank 15, we have Moon Knight number 1 from 1980. Old school. So
$300 for Raw. You think I can get $300 for mine?
that seems high.
Yeah, it
Is that a misprint? Should that be 300 for CGC number one? 9.8?
I, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's right. I was thinking it was closer to 100 for Raw, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But maybe. I'm going to cranking mine out, I think. It ranks
A CGC 9.8 newsstand sold for $1,800.
something wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong.
A 9.6 is being asked for over 300 on that. Raw copies I'm seeing in the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
But one sold for 300.
Yeah.
So a 9.8 went for $1,800 and Raw went for 80.
Yeah.
Wow. Seems like a disconnect. Rank 16, Something That's Killing the Children. Number 20, the Valario Shiti, Virgin 1 in 25 from Boom. Not as hot as it was, but still sold 35 copies. Had a high sale of $55 for a near mint plus Raw copy.
And this guy got $300 for Moon Knight 1 through 38 complete run. Actually, no, he's missing $4 plus shipping. Dang.
How much did he get?
He got $300 for the whole
The run?
For 34 of the 38 books. He got 300 plus ship.
I think I sold my run for about that, and that was
Did you? Nice.
like 10 years ago.
That's pretty good then.
Yeah. Maybe it was like in the 200s. Let's see. War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas number 1 from 2019 comes in at rank 16. Those are the first appearances of Arrow, Wave, Crescent, and Io, and Luna Snow, who were brought together by Jimmy Woo with Amadeus Cho, Shang-Chi, Silk, and White Fox to protect the Pacific Rim from Sindar and other incoming threats. This is all about the Southeast Asian Marvel superhero on Disney Plus. That's coming, TBD. So many first appearances. People are grabbing this because it's got to be one of them. 22 copies sold and had a high sale of $175 for a CGC 9.8. At rank 18, we have Spider-Man Unlimited number 1 from 1993. First appearance of Shriek, trending once again thanks to Venom Let There Be Carnage. Amazing Spider-Man 74 comes in at rank 19. This is the Alex Maleev variant.
It's pretty cool.
20 copies of this one. So this is the Nick Spencer's final Spidey issue. It sold $17 for Raw. And the Gun Honey number 1 Sienkiewicz Pink Wash Virgin 1 in 25 rounds
so
out the top
not just
20.
Adam Hughes people.
Yeah. I think you mentioned this Bill Sienkiewicz, and I was like, it is pretty nice. And it sold $50 for Raw, and it's currently selling around 20, so its high was 50.
Yeah.
So a 1 in 25 that's selling for $20. Yeah, that's not great. Not to me.
No.
You know. Let's see. I believe the FOC email just came in hot off the presses. But there is no.
We want to use the email?
Let's see. There's a note here from Eric. Paper shortages. Please note, due to paper shortages at most printing facilities, Marvel Comics is working to provide increased lead time. For the next FOCs, you will see an increased title counts. For sales date maybe further out than normal lead time. I think we heard that last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can use we don't need to use the email because there really isn't anything in the email, so we can just use the alternate list that we found if you want, or we can use their checklist. It's up to you.
What are we off to next? You want to do FOC?
Yeah, let's do FOC.
All right. Of course, FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last chance to add a few things to our lists, our pull lists that we don't have to chase on the secondary market. Usually these are a few things that are coming out within the next month or two. But we get one more bite at the apple, and boy, we don't want to miss that. We want to make sure we're not chasing things for extra money on the secondary market. We normally get a really nice list curated by our good friends at Deep Discount Comics. This week we are going without that list for a bit, and boy, it's not quite as easy, but we shall go through. So let's see what Ablaze has to offer on FOC.
Yes, they have 3 things.
Nope, one thing and with 3 covers.
Yes, that's true. The Gilliam March book, Laura from long time ago. And I just finished that. What was that Gilliam March that I love so much? Talked about the dead girl in it. Oh man, it's blank. I'm blanking on it. But anyway, it was great. So I am excited for this Laura book that I think is a reprint. I'm pretty sure is a reprint from work that he's already done. But I definitely am excited. It's Carmen. Carmen was the book
There you go.
that I love so much. So I'm for sure going to get this Gilliam March book because I missed it the first time around.
There you go.
And it might be because it was overseas, like a European comic. That might be the deal. Maybe it's never
definitely miss those. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Not too much for me from Action Lab. A few things that are already started. The Heathens #1 we've got from our good friends at Aftershock.
Who's doing that?
Cullen Bunn.
Oh, man, he's prolific too, isn't he?
So we got a pirate queen they sent in to retrieve.
So a little A Man Among Ye
Yeah, very nice.
vibe there. Or Annie Bonny. Annie Bonny from our... Yeah.
With a little bit more of a dead tail, and it looks a little bit more...
speaking of Annie Bonny,
Far East.
we have a retraction.
Yes.
from last week. Let me see if I can find it. We're talking
our good
about,
friends at Blue Juice Comics. We were talking about the Rabbit book that I really liked.
Billy the Kit.
Billy the Kit, correct.
Yes.
And we talked about how we hope it comes out on time and we don't have 3 months in between books. And we've been assured that these books have been written, are ready to rock, and they're ready to tell the story with no hiccups or issues.
And I'm trying to find... I sent it to you, didn't I?
Sure thing.
Didn't text.
This is from Blue Juice Comics directly to us. We promise it won't be 4 months for issue #2 to come out. The release date of November the 10th, 2020. And in fact, issue 3 is in the new previews world right now. All 5 issues are finished and released monthly starting October 6th. Thanks for the shout out, guys.
And then it looks like Justin Gray also gave us a heads up about the writer, right? Is he the writer or the artist? Writer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he let us know that they're all in the can and ready to go. Won't miss a day.
So
good for them.
I was going to get it either way, but now I can be rest assured that I can read it in succession.
Yes. Archie's doing Chilling Adventures in Sorcery #1. Looks kind of interesting.
Yeah. We got a little bit more of a crazy take. Madam Satan is our tour guide into the horrific world, exploring the underbelly of Riverdale and its surrounding areas. So, how about you, Satan?
Mm-hmm. And Greg Hurwitz, Mark Teixeira, and Brian Reber give us Knighted from Artists, Writers, and Artisans with a Dark Knight Returns cover homage.
Yeah, very cool homage.
So we'll see. That could do something. You never know. That
Absolutely.
homage has been homaged to death, but still, see some of the Spidey homages that still do well.
There you go. From Behemoth Comics, and we are getting a Watch Dogs Legion #1 in a 4-issue series. For that one, of course, Watch Dogs is the video game series that deals with hacking current technology and winning a lot of hearts and minds that way.
I'm skipping Black Mask, going to Boom.
Because Black Mask is only 4th prints of #1, 3rd prints of #2, and 2nd prints of #3 for Godkiller.
And they'll probably be allocated, so screw them. We've got something called Getting Dizzy #1, a 4-issue miniseries. I don't know if this is part of their Boombox line. I can't tell.
It is Boombox.
Is it part of the Boombox line?
Yep.
Which I enjoy a lot of these. They do a pretty good job with them, so brings me joy. Magic, that's Jed McKay still doing that, I believe. And some Mighty Morphin stuff.
There you go. From Dark Horse, some more Hellboy, Bones of Giants #1. Some more Stranger Things with a winter special one-shot. And Critical Role Vox Machina Origins #4 of their 6-issue series, and we still don't even have a cover art on that one.
DC gives us Arkham City, The Order of the World #2. Batman 116.
Really good Molina cover B.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Batman Superman Authority Special #1, which I think was alluded to in that Kal-El book. There was something that it was talking about that was going to be expanded upon in this, so I'm curious to see what that is.
Gotcha. Dark Knights of Steel #1, the 12-issue series where we mix in our Batman with our King Arthur's Court.
And who did you say was doing that?
I didn't. It is Tom Taylor.
Your boy.
Yep. With
Our boy.
Putriano. I've been there for a while.
You're an early adopter.
Yep.
I haven't got a chance to read Soul Plumber yet. Sitting on the nightstand. I'm looking forward to reading that one. The DC horror book.
Wicked looking #2 on there.
Yeah.
I really like that Joker puzzle box #4, that Chip Zdarsky cover A, with the blood going through the maze.
Yeah.
Striking cover.
I'm curious about this puzzle box thing. Was it not Matthew Rosenberg before? Did he not finish it up? I thought it was over. I guess not.
Matthew Rosenberg's still writing it.
For some reason I thought it was done. I guess not. Justice League Incarnate, one of a 5-issue miniseries. Who's doing this? This is Josh Williamson, Dennis Culver, Andrea Bresson, Brandon Peterson, Gary Frank on cover. Okay. Justice League Incarnate. New team, different team. We have Justice League Infinity, different team. We got Justice League. We got Justice League Dark. That's plenty. Nubia and the Amazons, #2. 6-issue miniseries.
Robin and Batman #1.
Is this Black Label?
That is your Jeff Lemire, and it is not Black Label. It is... Yeah.
No, okay, just a standard 3-issue miniseries, I guess.
It is $6, but it is not Black Label, as far as I can tell.
I don't. There's no rhyme or reason. No rhyme or reason for things.
Yeah, because like this is a 3-issue series, which is normally the sweet spot for Black Label.
Yep, $6.
$6, which is normally the sweet spot for Black Label.
Until it isn't.
Yeah, so who knows?
Superman 78. That's been fun. For those first 2 issues, this is issue 3. And we're almost finishing up Swamp Thing with 9 of 10, and Teen Titans Academy issue 8.
That cover B is pretty fun.
Yeah, it's an interesting take on some of those characters.
Let's head off to Dynamite and see what they have there. We are just hanging out in some Jennifer's Blood. Your cosplays there with cover E, Drew. Sonia's got a cosplay for you. Rose Besh, with a stunning Sheena Queen of the Jungle cover B. I've really started liking everything that she's been doing.
Yeah, you were talking about this Rose Besh. Which one is this? What am I looking for?
You're looking for Sheena Queen of the Jungle #1. The cover B is the Rose Besh. There is also a virgin version of that with the cover N. But
so it's like an anime, but also a painted style.
Yeah, it's a digital style. She, if you'll remember, did the silk cover with the shoe side and everything that was very hot.
Yeah.
She also has a Vampirella 25. She has a limited cover on that one. So Rose Besh getting some good work in with our Dynamite friends and knocking it out of the park as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Anything else from Dynamite?
Let's head down to IDW for some of our properties here. And
nothing there.
Star Trek in it, but nothing I need. Our good friends at Image with a thing called Truth, #1 of a 5-issue series.
Yeah, Yolanda Zamfardino.
Thank you for taking that one and not allowing me to butcher it.
That was a tough one. I'll be curious to see how that goes.
The penultimate Me You Love in the Dark.
Firepower's at 17. Oh, we got Newburn, the new Chip Zdarsky, Jacob Phillips book. Excited about that.
Oh, snap. Okay. So, what's the furthest place from here, #1? With the vinyl, we are doing a second print of the vinyl with a silver vinyl. So, I was curious what they would do with the limited allotment of those. And we have second printings where we've changed the cover and the collar of the vinyl.
I wussed out on it. Didn't get it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good looking stuff. And Walking Dead Deluxe 26. That scene, I don't remember that. I don't remember a helicopter crash scene, but maybe it happened. Possible.
Marvel books. Black Panther #1, and there are a few cool covers.
Dark Ages, that's been good. I've finished those first two issues. Really good Tom Taylor. You need to read that if you haven't.
Okay, I'll have to jump back in through there. Darkhold Wasp #1.
And then we got Moon Knight 5, which we're going to do 3 covers for. All independently orderable, I'm hoping.
And the Native American Heritage variant there as well. Very cool looking cover.
Kind of really like that yellow one.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Whoever Sue is, that's pretty good. And it's Shang-Chi, by the way, not Shang-Chi. I gotta correct myself. Not. I'm pronouncing it wrong for many, many, many decades.
After Marvel, we're going to head to Oni, sorry.
Omni, ooh.
Yeah.
Have anything?
Nothing I care about.
Titan's going to reprint 15 versions of Gun Honey.
Yeah.
No, just Blade Runner. Vault, have anything? Blue Flame has its 5th issue, and World of Darkness has its 2nd issue. And Zenoscope is
being Zenoscopy.
Bell Kill Zone #1. Some Grim Fairy Tales. And Robin Hood Hellfire. Kyle, have you been paying attention enough to come up with our FOC faux show pick?
Absolutely. I'm off to my friends at Aftershock. I'm off to my good buddy Cullen Bunn, and I am settling on Heathens #1, cover A, because that's the only cover that's available.
And I'm going to go with Newburn, the Zdarsky and Phillips thing. So that is exciting to me. So I'm going to go with Newburn, and you're going with what is it?
Oh, for crying out loud. The Heathens, number
Heathens.
1. I was close to doing that Rose Besh cover B from Sheena Queen at the Jungle.
Yeah. So
Really
two
like
good,
that one as
two
well.
good fun ones there as well.
Yeah. All right, Drew, we've looked a little bit to the future. Let's head on over to our good friends at CBSI to look at our comic book Invest Top 10 and see some more stuff that is catching fire on the secondary market. Starting at rank 10, just to mix things up and to mess with you, Soul Plumber #1, the Riley Rossmo 1 in 25 variant. On any other week, this one would likely have been relegated to the almost top 10, as it is selling in the $35 to $40 range. This one couldn't have really been ordered in bulk, though, right? So maybe a higher ceiling on this one. Cable and Deadpool #24, the first Spidey Deadpool meetup.
Stupid.
I want to say Topher mentioned this. If not, let me know who is to credit. These meetups are all the rage. Is this really a $250 raw book, though? It was $40 just a couple months ago. Cable and Deadpool 24 for our first Spidey Deadpool makeup. Crazy.
Like they never had a team up ever before in anything. It's so arbitrary, and I don't get it. Who is driving these sales?
People with more money than they know what to do with. But this is the first, and this is what people are snagging.
I
At
guess.
rank 8, Deadpool Black, White, and Blood. #3, the Stan Sakai 1 in 25 variant. Currently going for $50 or more when a legend like Stan Sakai jumps out of his box and does a Deadpool variant, people tend to notice. At rank 7, we have Killmonger #1, the 1 in 10 movie photo variant. $50. Some rumor is out there that Michael B. Jordan will play Killmonger in Black Panther 2. I've asked this 1,000 times. Why exactly would some 25-year-old that lives in a basement and spews random reports have confirmed information that no other legitimate news source has? This is tiring. So I guess they don't believe the hype.
Oh, but they believe the other stuff. So what's the difference?
There you go. Nottingham #1, the Francesco Archidiacono New York City Comic-Con variant is up over $90. I don't know how rare this one actually is, but Mad Cave was selling these for $50 on their website. I guess someone is still buying Nottingham. At rank 5, we have the Miles Morales Spider-Man 30 Raphael Grassetti New York Comic-Con variant, limited to 1,000. $80. Looks like the buy-in was only $30, so that is a nice price bump for those that got this one. I know some of y'all buy all these Spidey #1 homages. Who has the most homages?
I really hate con exclusives.
Unless you have them.
Even then, I don't. Even then.
At rank 4, we have Batman '89, the #1 Warren Lau New York Comic Con variant, $75 to $80. Personally, there is so little difference in this Virgin edition from the trade dress. I'd pay $30 less for the trade dress version. And in any case, all of these Michelle Pfeiffer-ish variants are doing very well at the moment. At rank 3, Youngblood #2 by our boy Rob Liefeld. I think I swore this book off the list forever, but when over 100 sell in a day and 9.8s are now over $300, yes, you heard that right, we cannot ignore it.
Well, remind me why Youngblood 2? What's the deal?
No idea.
Can't remember.
No clue. But, they're going for some cash. Guest starring the Prophet storyline. Berserkers, Darkthorn, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on. Where am I at? Heading back that way now. At rank 2, we have the Department of Truth #13, the New York Comic Con.
First appearance, Prophet in Shadowhawk.
Yep. Department of Truth #13, the New York Comic Con variant. going for $100. Warning, this is a heavy New York Comic Con list. Homaging a classic album cover is definitely not a new idea, but people definitely still like them and will pay good money for ones that are harder to find and well done. This one seems to fit that criteria.
Is that the Chronic? Hasn't the Chronic been riffed a couple of times?
Many times. And at rank 1, we have Fantastic Four 494. A 9.2 going for over $1,000 and 9.4 for over $1,500. While nothing is confirmed, Agatha getting her own show is an interesting concept. One of the coolest characters to have come out of the Disney Plus shows for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. They signed Catherine Hahn to a 3 or 4 deal, so she'll be in some movies. She might get her own Disney Plus show. That'll be fun.
Gotta love the hustle. All right, Drew, we've seen the future. We've seen the New York Comic Con stuff. People clamoring for all kinds of stuff on the secondary market. But now we're going to talk about things coming out in your local comic book shops next week, Drew. So let's head on over.
Not yet.
Nope.
Let's do the honorable mentions.
Oh, I completely forgot those and deleted them. So you go through them.
Fine, I will. Good Boy #1, another New York Comic Con variant. Writer Garrett Gunn and artist Kit Wallace, around $100. So why not add one more New York Comic Con variant? It does not appear that collectors have awaited these types of variants for some time. This is a crazy violent cover for sure. Yeah, it looks like something out of a mob movie. Very, very, very bad. And then our classic is Modern Comics #65. Various writers with art by Lou Fine on the cover. This is a Promise Collection 9.6, which sold this week for $3,600. The previous high in any grade was $450 for a 7.5 earlier this year. This is a haunting cover, in my opinion, with the Grim Reaper just putting his hand on Blackhawk's shoulder. I really want a documentary on the Promise Collection. I need to see everything that's in it and look at all those pretty comics.
There you go.
All right, Kyle. Now take her away.
Now it's time for a sneak peek at next week's comic coming up in your local comic shops next Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's start at our good friends Lunar Distributions for our DC items for Tuesday.
Looking forward to that Batman '89 #3. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Was that not just an FOC we were talking about? Was that not issue 3?
No.
It can't be.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was Superman. That was Superman
79 or whatever.
79, yeah, 78. I got confused. And of course, a great Lee Weeks cover. Another version of Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Gosh, that just keeps getting cranked out over and over again. Batman the Audio Adventures special, was that like originally a podcast dramatic series that they've collected or something?
I believe so.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Super Sons with a neat little cover on their last issue, 7 of 7 by that Peter Tomasi mini there.
Batman the Imposter starts 1 of 3, also with a Lee Bermejo cover. All he does is Batman B covers. So that's pretty cool.
It's good life.
Who is doing this? This is Mattson Tomlin and Andrea Sorrentino on interiors. It's a black label 3-issue series, $6, like they do sometimes.
If you are into this Jace Fox character at all, I Am Batman #2. This Matina cover B is for you. Really nice looking cover of him putting the cowl on there, staring dead-eyed at you. I really like that one.
Does it feel like we should still be having Future State books?
It's exactly what it feels like.
Future State Gotham #6. It feels like that's like an archaic issue from time gone by.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how long has Future been? It's been like 8 months.
Yeah, and we're still cranking along. Hunt the Batman reaches its penultimate chapter, Drew. Its penultimate chapter.
Who does?
In this future state Gotham.
Oh,
Number 6.
oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Hey, and they collected the Inferior 5 into a trade paperback. That's awesome. Because that was one of those pandemic casualties.
Mm-hmm.
That it was maybe 2 or 3 issues that made it to print, and then it disappeared during the pandemic, and then I believe they just released the last 2 digitally. But they are going to collect it as a trade that now and catch that up. That was one of those weird ones that fell in the cracks and we thought might never resurface. There it is.
Yeah, sure enough. From DC Comics, we have Machine Gun Kelly's Hotel Diablo trade paperback. Between heaven and hell lies a way station for the souls, a place where your deeds in life and the keys to your eternity in the afterlife at the Hotel Diablo. So that's Machine Gun Kelly's prior album. So I must have missed those books.
Is this another celebrity turned?
Yes, he's a musician. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's from Ohio, from Cleveland. We're supposed to be fans.
Who's he? Does he date somebody really hot?
Megan Fox.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's all I need to know. Hats off, sir. Hats off. Kudos to you, sir. Nelson Comedy is Dying. I've got to catch up on that. I haven't had a chance to read that one yet.
Wonder Woman 780.
And Strange Adventures finishes. You mentioned that you had that one stacked up, right? Is that the one?
That is not the one.
That's not the one.
That was Strange Academy.
Strange Academy. Gotcha. And Titans United. Its second issue.
All right.
Let's head on over to
some of our Image books here. Department of Truth 10 going to a second print, 11 going to a second print, 12 going to a second print, 7, 8, and 9 going to a second print. So 7 through 12 all going to a second printing on Department of Truth.
I'm surprised they hadn't already.
That's what I was thinking.
I guess. They must have slowed down a little bit.
Me, You Love in the Dark, the number 2 going to a second print, so that's good that it's continuing on. Ordinary Gods number 3 going to a second print.
If you remember, the original Man-Eaters started strong and then got kind of weird and experimental towards the end. It's kind of already. It's only a 5-issue miniseries, and one of those issues was kind of like an experimental issue as well. So if you like that stuff, it's more of the same. I'm excited. I think is 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. Is it just a 5-issue miniseries? It doesn't say.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a mini at one point, but maybe they've extended it. Anyway, go ahead. You said Dark Horse?
Yep. Because I missed that Trigger Keaton. I'm not sure on that, but yeah, we're down. I'm down into Dark Horse looking around.
They collected Dead Dog's Bite. That was a fun 4 issues. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. The second iteration of No One Left to Fight, having its first issue of its 5-issue series on No Left to Fight 2. Secret Land finishing up with its 4th issue. Down to IDW.
Look at that. Trippy Star Wars Adventures Ghost Vader's Castle number 4. The cover B.
That's
really interesting.
Yeah. Well,
is that a
it's nightmare fuel.
This is a scary looking kid.
The ghosts of Vader's castle.
And then we have Transformers Wreckers Tread and Circuits number 1.
Yeah, it's kind of the all agey, a little bit version of some of that. Some of the Transformer stuff. I like it. Down into Marvel. Black Panther Legends number 1. Dive into the legend of the Black Panther on this new origin story by Tochi Adabushi.
And Dark Ages gets a second print, and it looks exactly like the first print. I haven't looked much at this Darkhold stuff. What's the deal?
Excuse me. Not sure.
A brand new genre. So, let's see. Called forth to face the dread god Cthon, Iron Man reads from the ancient, ill-fated text, the Darkhold.
Yeah, they read from the Darkhold and they all got.
So, there's a Darkhold series, and then there's like Darkhold one-shots.
Yeah.
Or are they full mini-series? I don't know. The brilliant comedic mind behind the unbeatable Squirrel Girl brings you this body horror tale of the century. So just in time for October, Halloween.
There you go. Immortal Hulk 50. A lot of covers here. Giant-sized finale. A nice excuse to charge $10 for that.
Wow. Well, it has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? He's going to get some heat back? Because it's been a long time since we've been talking about hot Immortal Hulk books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Third printing of Moon Knight #1 coming out.
Very cool.
Plenty of Star Wars. Plenty of characters I don't recognize. It's a couple I do.
That's the one where we talked about the Jedi Knight and the Private Eye teaming up in that High Republic Trial of Shadows #1 of that 5-issue series.
And then Valance, a damaged Valance, is the action figure variant.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
Do we know what he's from?
Yeah, he's one of the newer bounty hunters.
When did he get damaged?
In this series, he just gets his face shot off.
He's an Empire Strikes Back. This is an Empire Strikes Back character. When did this happen? In Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh. I'm trying to think. Must have been.
Maybe
could have been Cloud City.
Yeah,
something.
he's in the background of.
Yeah.
With all the other ones, and I don't.
With all the other ones in that scene when they were up on that. Yeah, that could have been it. Dynamite. Adam Hughes with the upside down vampire. Oh man, and Vampaverse #1.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it is a Hughes. Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's $100. It's nice. Not that nice.
Premium metal. Yeah, because they're out too, so that's just a recent read on it.
They collected Spectre Inspectors into a trade. That was a fun boombox book. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And our back half stuff. I like the cover for that Blade Runner Origins #7. That looks really good. Collecting Casual Fling. That was a fun series from AWA. Second issue of Dead Box.
From the Scoot imprint of Scout Comics, we have Ninja Scouts #1. It's time for Ninja Scouts. Your neighborhood ninjas practice their skills in a world where magic, science fiction, and other genres we consider fiction are real. An after-school club and youth organization thrive and are open to all. Rick and Morty Mr. Nimbus #1. Straight out Rick and Morty Season 5 premiere comes Mr. Nimbus. The origin of Rick's mightiest foe. That one might pop, actually.
You think?
I'm very interested in the origins of Mr. Nimbus. They keep talking about their old rivalry out throughout that first episode, so perhaps. From Black Mask, White number 3 going to a second print, White number 4 coming out, and I assume being limited to 2,500. From Vault, we have World of Darkness Crimson Thaw number 1. A World of Darkness event. Alright, Drew, this could be a little more difficult here to pick out our pick of the week. There's all kinds of stuff, but not a ton that jumped out of me. Is there anything that jumped out of you as our pick of the week this week?
I think I'm gonna go with the Immortal Hulk 50 and see if he can recapture some of the magic. See if Al Ewing can capture some of that old magic. He's got a oversized issue. I really like the Garson cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool, and it's one of those that I think even if it doesn't pop now, it's one of those that people will look back on and it'll be sought after down the road because it's really neat, and it's like a collage of all these different Hulk scenes, and it makes the Hulk face on the cover.
Okay.
So it's really cool. Garson is the guy's name, Garcin. I've never
Garson,
not Garcin, and I'm not sure who that is, but it's really an interesting cover. So I'm gonna pick that one. I hate to pick a $10 book, but with your discount from Cowabunga, you could have got that for $5. But it's too late now. Now if you go into your comic shop, you're probably going to pay full boat for it. But it's a pretty sweet book. How about you, Kyle?
Ooh, difficult. I always go towards a good Scout book, but I don't know that Ninja Scouts is one that I need to necessarily have. Life is Strange has another iteration, but the heat's a little bit off. We talked during our episode FOC about this ETER from Artists, Writers, and Artisans, and it is a very interesting premise between it. So I think I will go with the cover A of ETER from Artists, Writers, and Artisans. Jeff McComsey and Dan Panosian writing that.
Look, ETER. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we like it.
Supersized. They're doing the thing I love. A supersized issue for $4. So,
and you're doing the cover A.
I like the cover A better with the whole squad, just
with the whole
there.
gang.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. I remember we did talk about that during FOC.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Those are our picks of the week. That's what Drew and I are gravitating towards at the moment. Well, but if you have something different, if we missed something that is the thing to have this week, if you are excited for Star Wars High Republic Trial Shadows #1 or any of those things, let us know. Find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Head on over to Patreon and find us there and join us, be part of the Slack drop. All kinds of questions, have all kinds of conversations in that there as well. We thank you so much for joining us. For Drew and for myself, see ya.